an ancient world a long time ago, there was a peculiar lady who lived in peace. The valleys of this ancient world were bountiful in food and water, enough for all creatures to share. And the peculiar lady, who was not all that peculiar on this world, was happy and content. The ancient world truly was a good place, but good places so very rarely last within this cold and empty thing they call space. And eventually it all ended, in much the same way as the majority of worlds tend to end, consumed whole by a terrifying cosmic space god, with a billion tentacles consuming it. Curiously, among scholars, this is in fact considered only the fourth worst way for civilization to end. The third worst option being all of that planet's population mutating into a massive ball of flesh that creates a universal consciousness. Except that universal consciousness hates itself, and it's just miserable the entire time for everyone involved. The other two are starvation and self-annihilation, which are frankly just kind of embarrassing. And getting crushed in an instant by a cosmic space god is, as some species say, far more badass. But as with all apocalypses, there are always those that struggle on. And our peculiar lady now found herself without a home. The peculiar lady drifted ever onward within her small spaceship, asleep in her cocoon. Had it been decades? Millennia? Seeing as there is no universal calendar in space, because nobody could ever agree on how long a minute was, let alone a day or a year, we'll just say a very long time. And leave it at that. But one day, she woke up. Her ship was on fire. This was actually a very good sign, because fire can start in space. She was in fact crash landing on a planet with oxygen. Curious locals discovered her. They were smaller than her, which was good, as it is agreed upon by scholars that the most common greeting in space is an attempt at killing and eating the other person, which is generally seen as the opposite of a good time. The peculiar lady befriended the locals, who agreed to let her stay. She gladly helped the locals, as it meant she had people to stay with. However, this planet was nothing like the ancient world she came from. Like by far the majority of planets in the universe, food was scarce, and there was a lot of competition for it. The locals were generally able to avoid the many predators that roamed this world. They were small, and didn't have much meat on them. The peculiar lady was quite strong among the locals. She was, after all, used to living with far stronger gravity in this world. She was seen as a protector of the village, a caring mother figure. With all the predators she protected them against, provided them their first taste of proper food in generations. However, strength is a risky thing. It has a tendency to bring attention, or as some species in the galaxy call it, clout. While the peculiar lady found beating the shit out of those goofy-ass alien creatures rather easy, she had forgotten one important thing. This was a thing many powerful people found themselves forgetting. The villagers did not blame the peculiar lady, but she realized the truth. She had brought this danger to them. The villager elder asked that she join them, as they knew of better hiding spots where they could live in peace from the predators. But the peculiar lady knew she could not bear the risk of hurting them again. And then, yet again, she fell asleep, content in knowing the villagers were safe. mournful for those she had lost, hoping that she would wake up again someday in a place she could belong. It had been a very long time yet again, so long in fact, that the intergalactic community of scholars finally managed to agree on a universal time. This agreement lasted for a total of 19 universal hours and 1,600 universal seconds before it was abolished yet again, when ammonia-based life-form scholars declared that the measurement of minutes be reserved for species who couldn't handle punctuality on anything but baby mode. This caused 3 separate wars and the death of billions. But the peculiar lady had no way of knowing that, as she had been asleep in her cocoon this entire time. And when she awoke, she saw something strange. Indeed, a blue and green world, and it looked much like her own, in fact. It looked peaceful. Little did she know, this was the single most chaotic planet in all of the universe. For some mysterious reason, it was populated by demons, angels, cyborgs, terribles, artificial intelligences, aliens, liches, gangsters, geniuses, and the most terrifying of all, humans. And curiously, it was the only place in the universe that had dogs, televised animation, and denatured carbon-based gluten discs, which were also known as pizza, making it a popular tourist attraction. Humankind, or Homo sapiens, are a species of hairless monkeys residing on Earth. Their defining feature is how different each of them are from one another, and how much they love dissecting things. Humans have dissected nearly every single species on their planet, including their own. They love to see the insides of things unfamiliar to them, and then go, "Ew, what does that thing do?" while pointing to random organs. The peculiar lady, not wanting to upset the locals, agreed to go along with their odd culture. However, none of their instruments could pierce her skin. All the peculiar lady really wanted was a home, so she was happy to go along with their strange culture.
If we could infuse her DNA with another specimen, we could make them invulnerable.
The military applications would be boundless.
We just haven't been able to extract any tissue from her at all.
But they didn't seem all that interested in her, beyond figuring out some way to destroy her. That made her a bit sad. But surely, if she was able to be useful to them, she would make some friends. All she had to do was find some way to be useful. Perhaps finding food like on the previous world would do. Stores similar to this one did in fact exist on the ancient world. But everything was free. And so, the peculiar lady accidentally ended up committing a crime.
You have to pay for that! We've secured the entity. Prepare for collection.
Move! I'm taking over.
Everyone retreat. Satan.
There you are! I finally found you! Please excuse the humans. They're all bark, no bite. Come! I know just the place for you! And so it was. Despite doing her very best to befriend the humans, the peculiar lady's first friend on Earth became Satan herself.
Reading your letters is like receiving a warm hug from all across the galaxy. I hold the memories we made dear in my heart. As for me, I think I finally found a place in this vast, wide universe where I truly belong. I am home, and I hope our paths cross again someday, so I may tell you all about it over a warm cup of cocoa and maybe a glass of wine.
Ladies and gentlemen, our top news story of the day, October 15, 2023. Matara Kan quits acting. The first alien celebrity of her kind, Miss Kan has reportedly quit acting. She will be holding a press conference later today. Catapulting to international fame almost overnight through a controversial first alien role in Shin Gokibari, Matara Kan quickly flew on everyone's radar. Throughout her career, controversy followed as many A-list celebrities refused to act with the alien, claiming fear of becoming homo and general xenophobia as their main reasons. Despite this, or maybe due to the constant press, Matara cemented herself as a box office darling with her back-to-back-to-back-to-back massively successful roles in movies such as Jurassic Park, The Good, the Bad, and the Cockroach, Blade Roach 2049, and of course you could forget her first dramatic role in Silence of the Cons. This role showed off her versatility and range. Other hits include Mandibles, Mad Mata, Fury Roach, and her latest release, Extraterrestrial Cockroach. Now, we are all deeply curious as to why. Why would she leave at the height of her fame, at the height of her career? Was it that she was doing too many stunts, receiving too many injuries, the brutal filming conditions, the scrutiny, the 16-hour workdays? We tune into Miss Kan herself to find out more.
Hello. Now it's finally me. I'm actually not pre-recorded. Ah. That's me. Hi. I'm Tara. VShojo's newest debut. Hello. I have a ball of anxiety in my chest. I'd say my throat, but my chest is bigger. I'm so happy to be here with everybody. Now,